Me extrañaron. Tengo gripa. Mucha. Toneladas. Por eso no salió el martes de Mamá Me Hice Gamer. Por eso. Pero bueno, ya habíamos sacado en el calendario en este short. Le voy a poner aquí el horario, ¿no? O sea,
de todos modos, si no hubiera vídeo de Let's Play algún día, va a haber clip de podcast, probablemente.
Que también los sábados sí va a subir por el momento Mamá Me Hice Gamer para acabar más rápido Call of Juarez y pasar a otro juego más interesante o que tenga más historia o más complejidad. Pero bueno, va a salir el sábado esto. Tengo mucha gripa, estoy muy cansado, pero bueno, un videojuego no representa actividad física. ¿Qué más? Ya estoy trabajando en un guión para especulaciones. Espérenlo, va a estar padre. Se los prometo, va a estar padre. Véanlo. Va a ser un poco diferente a los demás, pero pues es una sección como en la que lo puedo meter, ¿no? Es una reflexión muy profunda de un problema muy grande que vivimos aquí en México. Y que normalmente la opinión pública se está yendo hacia el lado contrario de lo que yo quiero expresar, ¿no? Pero bueno, se trata de mi opinión y mis sentimientos. Sentimientos, tal vez no. Bueno, tal vez sí. Pero bueno, bueno, vamos a Call of Juarez.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Dalton Brothers.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Tenso. Algo me dice que el chamán indio de la vez pasada va a salir en el
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob two banks at the same time. Two banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off.
Quítense la
Before they
verga.
could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
We got us a hero. Put some holes in him.
¿Puedo cerrarlos? No. Hay un arma aquí. Me quedo con el rápido.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that.
Como combo.
I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Otra vez a
First of all,
regresarme.
it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
Kill Nail that!
This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
But this bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that.
So he went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
Yo, ¿cómo voy a subir ahí? Pues por aquí, menso. Tan, tan, tan.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did. It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Ow.
We've got company. Now you're really
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free. Jim Boone and Davy Crockett, who died defending the Alamo.
Is that Silas Greaves? Son of a bitch! Don't need no help to kill the likes of you.
Pues ya cuántos balazos aguantan o qué.
Sorry, son of a bitch! I ain't backing down.
Yo no traigo suerte. Ah, no, sí traigo.
Damn bullet! Hide, you lily-livered son of a bitch! You rule the day!
Bien trabado. Federal Bank.
Over there! What? That's Silas Greaves! What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
¿Qué?
Over there!
Ah, qué crack.
That's Silas Greaves! What the hell? Okay, now you're really pissing me.
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Qué verga soy, a la verga.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
2 veces, ya me regresó.
It was early evening, not high noon.
Media tarde, no mediodía. Ah, me regresé.
The Daltons blew up a safe, and were all set to hightail it out of there. I was late to the party, and Coffeyville was already up in arms. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Líder, el amante, el perdedor.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Ay, por aquí no era.
What are you gonna do? Oh, now what? Oh, so you're hiding too now. Now you're in trouble.
Yo no veo nada. Ay, hijo de la verga.
Hey, we got us a hero. Put some holes in him.
And those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions.
Ay, cabrón.
Get around it.
I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons, and they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons, which wasn't any surprise, because those 2 families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith.
Qué pendejo. Está muy grande mi cuadro, déjalo chiquito. Sé que estoy guapo, pero no hay que abusar.
Get those boys. Shoot them down. They ain't getting away with this. Come on, we gotta get out of here. Shoot it. I think they know who we are. How stupid idea was this? Hey, you did.
Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Y la patita. Digo Pepita. ¿Se agarra o qué chingados? Ay. Casi me pica.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least 2 of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
A la luz, a la verga. RTX. Una habilidad.
It was Emmett, the youngest.
Otra
He
vez.
decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
I'm gonna tear you apart. You bastard! I'm gonna cut you in half.
Ah, tiene kilos de vida. Parece un tanque este güey.
You ain't getting by me, Greaves.
Ay, me mató. Yo como vaquero. Piu, piu.
Gonna send you to the
Ah, la verga. Ah.
coward and a cheater. You ain't getting by me, Greaves. I'm gonna tear you apart.
No. No lo veo.
I'm gonna place you where...
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Pues yo, ¿y ese es el duelo a la mexicana o qué? Ah,
But
ya.
I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Qué bueno que no duró tanto el duelo porque es una perra lata. O sea, que no hubo duelos de... Es una lata ese pedo, la verga.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track them to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Técnica correr a lo
It was autumn.
pendejo.
The maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
¿Por qué sale un árbol?
The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Pero vamos a ver qué leen estos güeyes. Nada, no dice nada.
Bury them in the swamp. Let them where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Come out from behind there.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
A la verga.
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
I can't hear you. Hell's a coming. Just kill him for Christ's sake. This asshole deserves to die. They're gonna need a dust pass to pick you up. Gonna cut you
Chinga
in
tu
two.
madre.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
I'm still standing. You just brought hell down. You see that? Death is coming.
Güey, tiene un chingo de vida.
Vengeance is mine. I'm gonna blow your damn head off. A wounded grizzly's twice as dangerous. You must like his
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Que todos tienen tanta vida.
Somebody kill that son of a bitch! Kill that goddamn bounty hunter! Oh, now that was just too damn close. You won't get away with this! You can't have forever!
Ya me acabó el pantano, ¿no? Me voy a hacer regresarme.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Y esa es mi suerte. Encontrar un pinche granero. Sí, mejor la escopeta recortada que esta madre. Prefiero esto. Ah, yo soy malo en el equilibrio en los videojuegos.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
¿Indios? Va a ser otra mamá de esas que me regresa.
Indians?
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
¿Y el granero otra vez? No, es otro.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Ah, ¿no la aventé ya?
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch! Take that asshole out! Can't beat us all!
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Ay.
Bury him in the swamp! Get to cover! Come out, you yellow bastard!
Y no me digas bastardo amarillo.
Somebody kill that son bitch! He's hurt now! He's out of his mind!
2 por 1.
Kill that goddamn bounty hunter! Let's just end this! Let's do this! gonna do? Oh, now what? Shoot, I dare you!
Ah.
Hey, how's it coming? You can't get me. Waste your bullets. Go ahead.
Ta-da-da-dum, ta-da-da-da-dum. Me dice que debo de subir. Sabía. A la verga.
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay.
Respirar, hijos de la chingada.
That's it for you. You calm down the thunder. Now I'm gonna hurt you bad. Oh, die! Down! You must like...
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ya me va a andar con el duelo de la mexicana. Yo me regresé, porque no había moscas aquí.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
You or me? We're losing too many men. Kill that cocksucker! They're gonna need a just man to pick you up! You maniac! One of us ain't going home today. This is gonna hurt. Don't need no help to look like you.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Ay, espérame, don Pepita. Se le marca el disparo a la cerradura.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
That's right. Run!
Con cuidado. Hay que ir limpiando poco a poco, con cuidado.
You know you can't beat me. Time to...
Vengo... Ah, no, bueno. Esta es ya segunda planta. Siento, pero yo soy curioso y debo de ir a ver qué pero.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Hicieron pendejos toda la misión y ya. Ay, hola, amigo. Caras de mi miembro.
But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played me like a
After
fiddle.
all, is he?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Oh, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
He muerto otra vez. Ay, Ay, qué novedad.
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys.
Oh, wow. Qué adrenalina. ¿Y ahora qué?
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in
Did
a
you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're
well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Ay, sí, vamos a acercarnos todos de donde viene el fuego.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to
Chingada
take me
madre.
down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Deshonrado y perdí de todos modos. Y eso, dame mucha velocidad porque la voy a necesitar. Ya casi, no se esperen. Me va a faltar mucha velocidad. Velocidad, visualidad. ¡Ay, pues lo maté! Bueno. ¿Será porque me fijé primero en el otro? ¡Pendejo!
Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Están bien difíciles los pinches duelos.
They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Pues se acabó esta entrega de Mamá me hice gamer. Tuve que ser deshonrado, Muy difícil ganarle a estos güeyes. Pero prometo ya no serlo. Adiós.